Well, this one ain't gonna last very long. This is a Rockwood A122S used here at Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. Originally sold new right here, actually. Treated the fella right. He came back when it was time to update and just went with something a little bit larger. So 2,035 pounds, and this is only the second one of these I've ever even seen on the used market. They just don't get traded in that much. Big front storage trunk on the A122S, which is what makes it the most popular A-frame on the market. You see even the original porta potty still present, accounted for, and never used, thankfully. Oh, I forgot to pull it out. There's even the original barbecue grill that mounts outside here, stowed under the bed. All original components, basically, are still present and accounted for. Dual propane tanks, which is where this thing kind of starts to blur the lines between a pop-up camper and a fold-down travel trailer. Pop-ups don't have dual propane tanks like that. A lot of small trailers don't have dual propane tanks like that. We got a couple examples right over here. However, this one does. Rockwood's always been a little higher level product, and it kind of shows. That's why this has the same double propane tank setup as a bigger full camper. So one tank gets exhausted, it flips over to the other one. Power tongue jack, easier stuff again, more like a travel trailer. What I do like too is that when you get to your campsite, you can get to the storage from either the front or the sides. Both sides have access. This has an 11 gallon per hour gas water heater, so you do get good hot water flow on your campsite. We do have a propane furnace because that was optioned into this RV. You have a 3-way refrigerator on the back side here, gas, electric, and 12 volt. Outside shower with hot and cold water that does connect to our water heater. So not only is that good for kind of just getting rinsed off if you take a dip in the lake, it's perfect out here for like cleaning fish and stuff like that. Aluminum wheels, because hey, why not? And that is a torsion rubberide axle and with Westlake radial tires. So again, good quality, reliable stuff. We'll talk more about this widget on the inside, but this storage, every ounce of storage they could put in this, they could. Now these little struts right here, this has internal springs basically for a load lift. Those struts are effectively like a high wind assist. So if you're setting this thing up on a gusty day, it doesn't rip the top off, you know, or rip it right out of your hands. Everything on this is very, very clean. It was very well maintained. Previous owners just decided, let's get something a little bit larger. That's it. So your grill mounts out here, and what I like is they leave you an extended grill rail because this comes with both a grill and a little work table to go beside it. And your propane connection's on the wall, not underneath the camper. That means that it's protected and shielded from debris thrown during road transit, or even just like salts and stuff. Here in the Midwest, when they start salting the roads, it just gets awful, you know? And pop-ups don't usually have a bigger entry handle like this for easy come and go type stuff. Rather than a screen door, this has a sliding pocket in the door itself, and you see there is a privacy shade on that. There's 2 or 3 of these slide open windows in here to get you good airflow, and you can see there are privacy shades as well. Back here, this is a heated mattress. There's a little hand controller you can plug into a little port, and there's a power outlet nearby, right here actually, so that you can, you know, if it's chilly at night, you've got extra insulative quality essentially. All original owner's manuals even still present and accounted for. I think I just said president and accounted for. That's obviously not the case. But still present and accounted for. Another indicator I've learned to look for of how well something was maintained and managed. You do have a stereo, you do have inside-outside speakers for entertainment. Now let's talk about heating and cooling, because this has several different ways to accomplish that. This thermostat right here controls both your propane furnace that I'm sitting directly above right now, or this guy over here. This is called a Cool Cat. It's a bi-directional heat pump, meaning it is either an electric air conditioner, kind of like you put in the window of your house, or an electric space heater. It can do both, and it works very well. It works anywhere from like just above freezing to something like 108 degrees or something like that. They work extremely well. There is also TV coax hookups right down there, so if you want to throw a little TV up here above the microwave, you can. And again, microwave, TV hookups, those are things where, again, this is kind of like a travel trailer and not like a pop-up, so it blurs that line. It's something that can be towed so supremely easily because it does have a 7.5 foot narrow body, so it's not wider than your vehicle, and they do tow very nicely. I've personally towed these before. They tow so extremely well. There are a few other manufacturers that build a similar camper. Rockwood's always been the best selling, and we carry another brand of those here. Rockwood's always been the best selling A-frame because of little stuff like this. They have a recessed stovetop to give you more countertop space. They have seamless doors that can't fall apart on you in transit. They include stuff like the little sink cover right here so that you have either a cutting board or extra counter space. Those little touches and niceties you start to find in a Rockwood. Now this refrigerator here is three-way, meaning 12 volt, 110 shore power or propane, which also means cold, colder, coldest, so keep that in mind. Now the black box right here, that is a propane furnace that we optioned into this thing when it was brand new. So you have both electric and propane based heat on this RV. It is perfect for dry camping, park camping, any time. That's what this is made for. You got big windows for lots of light or privacy. When it is really hot but you don't want to run the AC, or if you can't because you're dry camping, this includes that 12 volt big max air fan up there. And to give you an idea of how much wind that pulls, if I slide open this window pocket over here, this window pane, and set a business card against that, it will actually suck so much air that it keeps the business card held against the window screen. It works that well. We've tested it. This is a true 4-person dinette, by the way. A lot of people look at this and go, yeah, I can only fit a couple people there. What if someone wants to come over and play cards? Because in Michigan, I know that you're from Michigan when you can both spell and play euchre. That's a game that we play around here when we go camping. So I like to demonstrate how much headroom you have in this thing. You can actually fit 4 people in here because your head totally hides away and recesses inside this thing. So you can fit a couple people side by side because these things are so deceptively deep up here. Plus they're really nice for campsite security. You can kind of look around and take a peek out. It's actually another reason they put an extra big one on the rear area here. Because a lot of people, if you were sleeping and you were the one sitting against the wall over here, it would feel pretty impacted and closed in. So when you're sleeping in this Rockwood, you can open the shade, and at night you're gonna just look out and look at the sky and the stars. It's awesome. It makes it feel so open and welcoming. And that's the cool thing about a lot of people look at these and go, yeah, but those things are small. You have to walk in one of these to actually experience it, because they're not as small as you think. They're really not. Give us a call, 800-256-5196, Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. Take care, stay safe, happy camping, everybody.